What's good, everybody? It's your boy JB9 Deuce, represent JB's Speak Easy, the black platform where black men speak freely. Once again, I am your host, JB9 Deuce. Welcome, guys. Thank you once again for joining me on the show. Um, it's always a pleasure and a blessing to have those that support me to come through and check my opinions on certain things. Um, your boy just got his hair done a few days ago. I'm still trying to keep it, you know what I mean? Right? You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. But real quick, uh I want to do a show today that's titled, of course you see it, Men's Trials, talking about men's trials. In today's society, many people never ask the question, what is this man going through? And man, just too much light out here. What is this man going through? And is it within range of possibility that I can come up with opportunities, ideas, or solutions that can make up for whatever this man is either lacking, what he needs help with, or something that has been on this man's heart. Now, one of the trials of manhood, I would say, is working and nobody really giving a concern about you. Men have built this society since the dawn of time. Civilizations were built by men, and we've protected society and have abdicated what we had to women and children so that our society can function and we can have families, communities, and things like that. Today, I'm going to be playing a couple clips, and I'm going to be giving my takes on these clips, starting with what Jeezy was saying. Then I'm going to do one from Andrew Tate. Then I'm going to let people come up. So first of all, let me start with I'm gonna say the Jeezy one first, but this is the one where I want people to pay attention to because it's what today's society, what today we're gonna be discussing. You know what I mean? Starts off with Jeezy. He's talking about the trials of men, how nobody really cares about us once we get to a certain age. So I do want people to check this out. It's called Self Love, or at least that's the name of the clip. And I'm gonna play another one by Andrew Tate talking about the trials men face. But here we go, guys. Here we go. It's Jeezy, Men's Trials. Let's get it. No pun intended.
Black man, black or brown man, you get to a certain age, nobody care about you no more.
Right.
Nobody cares.
Right.
If it ain't your family, nobody in the world cares that you succeed or that you're happy, that you're healthy, or you're any of them things, right? So you have to do that yourself. You have to set yourself up. When you're a black man, black or brown man, you get to a certain age, nobody care about you no more.
Right.
Nobody cares.
Right.
If it ain't your family, nobody in the world cares that you succeed or that you're happy, that you're healthy, or you're any of them things, right? So you have to do that yourself. You have to set yourself up.
All right. So yeah, okay. That was the first clip. Let's discuss what Jeezy just said. I can attest to this, that as a man in American society, especially as a black man, it's quite often true that nobody really is concerned about the plights of the black man. People always talk about the black women. People talk about black children, but they never talk about the most key essential thing to the black community, black families, and for black relationships, which is the happiness of the black man. Remember, there used to be a saying called happy wife, happy life, right? Which is true. I believe a man should make his wife happy, protect, provide, all these things. But I also believe, as the one who heads the house, protects the house, and provides for the house, not only should my word be honored in the things I say, but whatever I'm going through, I don't need people to feel bad for me, but I need understanding. Because as a man, we don't ask for anybody to feel bad for us. We just ask for people to understand us. And as black men, we are a paradox, it seems like most people don't understand. So I'm going to break it down to you. First of all, as a black man myself, I have noticed over the years, as I got older, the very thing Jeezy said. Nobody really has a true concern for black men or what we go through. people always like to talk about what we go through with the police, but let's not just talk about the police. Let's also take a look at what we go through on jobs. I remember there was a Crown Act passed that allows black people, specifically black women, to wear their natural hair in the workplace. And even though this law was passed, what people have to understand, there are social laws and there are the little legal laws. It's legal to wear your own hair, but when you're a black man, and let's just say you like me, you have dreadlocks, or you see me with my picture with the hat to the back. These are things that are intimidating to American society to the point where even when I go to work, that's why I got that hat on. Because I even got a call that people was complaining about how my hair, not my hair looked, but they was talking about it wasn't just because at some point my hair did need to get done. That's no lie. But even when it was done, people still had a problem with it. This is because I think American society, especially like white society, does not necessarily understand black hairstyles, black people. You know what I'm saying? They don't have this understanding of what we actually go through with our hair and how uniquely different that it is. We don't get it because no one cares about that. When black men come home from work, nobody takes the time to say, hey, baby, how was your day? Like my girl asks me that. So shout out to my girl. But a lot of black men, they can ask. They're in marriages where their wife won't even ask them, how was your day, baby? Let me rub your feet. Let me cook you something. Let me explain something to you. Do you know why? As a matter of fact, before I get into it, I just got a bright idea, guys. I want y'all to listen to this clip from the show called Blackish, right? And in this show, it talks, in this particular scene I'm about to play, it talks, they were having an argument, Anthony Anderson with his family, about who does more, something to that effect. But the older woman, the grandma, had said to him, she said, I don't know what it's like for black in society, but I know what I do for them. In fact, let me just type in the clip because I believe this is very important to the point of today. Hold on just a second, guys. As a matter of fact, I'm going to play another clip for you while I'm trying to get this situated. Here's another clip by Dr. Umar Johnson, where he was talking about basically black men and why we throw our chest out to everybody and why we are so egotistical. All right, for sure. Let's do it. Dr. Umar, guys.
World, anywhere the black man goes, if he stands confidently in his masculinity, he's considered a threat. So now let me bring it back to what you just said, because it's related. The reason why your elders and my elders, and I'm dealing with this right now, by the way, on the political side, older black men intimidated and envious at what you've done with your life. First of all, don't react to the envy. You have to humble and discipline yourself not to react to the envy, because if they had the opportunities you had, they wouldn't be envious. So there's a humility that we have to flex in the presence of our elders, respect their struggle. You feel me? Come to them humbly. Sometimes you got to dim your light to make the elder comfortable. That's okay.
Yeah, and that goes to a problem that I've had too. In today's society, we have too many people in this generation disrespecting what happened in the elder generation. For example, when it goes to Jim Crow and now. A lot of people now, the black men today, and in the last, I'll say 20, 30 years, we grew up in a comfort that was earned by the hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, as well as the death and degradation of the black men that came before us as black men, who fought for the rights to be able to be on a YouTube, on a TV screen. You know what I'm saying? All these things the older black men and black women fought for. This generation basically, shits on all that by saying, well, they could have fought. We should have stayed in our own society. We should stay segregated. But they don't understand what it was like for those black men and black women that fought for us to be able to. Because with segregation, understand we wouldn't be able to be on YouTube because that would have belonged to the white men. We would have to have been our own YouTube. If we had wanted our own radio stations, all that stuff, we had to fight for those things. And too many men of our age group, millennials, take too much advantage of what was given to us that we didn't have to fight for and then talk crap about it later. That's wrong. Feel me? Anyway, I do want to talk about this clip that's going on right now. This is the clip from Blackish, right? Where this black woman was talking about why she looked out for her black man. It wasn't because he was oppressive or trying to beat on her back in the day, but it was just like she did. It was called fixing a plate. She fixed her man a plate because she felt like the world was so hard on her man. The least she could do is make her husband a plate so that she would know somewhere he was loved. But see, I didn't say it the way she said it. So let's go ahead and listen to what she has to say. Okay, let's go to Blackish. Let's do it.
I don't care about slavery or the Holocaust.
Oh, Mabel.
All I know is I always loved making my Clarence a plate.
What's that, Grandma?
Well, when we came up, it was different from the way it is now. When a black man went out into the world, they treated him like he wasn't a man. So the least I could do when Clarence came home was make him a plate. Make him feel like he was somebody. Let him know that somebody loved him, even though the world didn't.
I never looked at it that way.
Thank you for sharing that. I think that's a really good reason to make a plate for someone you love.
I don't care.
All right. Well, okay, that was the end of the clip. But that was a very powerful clip, and I don't think people understand how powerful that actually was. She said, I don't care about slavery or the Holocaust, but all I know is when my Clarence, her husband, came home, she made him a plate because as a black man in today's society, what? Not today's society, but in her society at the time, and we can even argue today's society, that the black man was not treated with the same level of respect that other men were shown. And she said, when it came to me and my household, I would have rather made sure my husband knew he was loved by just making him a plate. Now, I'm not trying to indict the women into this, but I want black women to understand the role that God intended for y'all to do, to encourage, support, and submit to your man, means a lot. And it's something that means a lot that you can get for free. It's like somebody handing you gold. You are born with gold. The gold in this scenario is your ability as a woman to encourage your man. Support is a treasure, like gold. Being submissive is a treasure, like gold. Loving your man is like gold, but it's intangible, but it comes out in how that man appreciates and treats you because of how you treat him, by understanding the plights that he goes through. So I'm gonna bring it all back together. Pretty much people are like, what does all this have to do? What I'm saying is, for everything that a black man goes through, having people that love and care for him is what keeps him going, because it's a man's job to die for those who he loves, supports, who he wants in his life. That is important. You get what I'm saying? So when we look at the clip like one was just played, I'm glad that an elder black woman was in this episode to give her take. And with her take, we now understand what it was like in her time and what it was for black relationships in that time and how we needed each other. Seems like today's day we act like we don't need each other. We're all independent of each other, but we need each other more than ever. And the even biggest part about this is, think about it. Many people think love is buying me things. Love is doing all this. Sex, which gets convoluted with lust, and just and people trying to get something out of each other rather than give each other love. To hear this elder black woman bring back the nostalgia of how black love used to be. She said, I want to make my man a plate to make him feel like a man after this white man then beat him down to make him feel like he wasn't a man, which is very similar to what we go through today. And this is why, if I had to bring the ladies into this, this is why y'all calling us BA nigga N words and y'all weak and y'all can't handle all y'all cheat this all those words tear down. Yes, those are men that are bad out there, but there's good black men out here that are trying day by day to do the right thing. And though you don't need a cookie for doing the right thing, you need to be respected. And that doesn't mean that you need a parade, but when you come near me, you need to act with the honor of a man or woman that honors the man who actually honors not only his principles, but honors his role as a man to protect, provide, to passionately love his family, to exercise integrity, and to be uncompromising in what's righteous, as well as perseverance, endurance. There's so many things to being a man that you wouldn't mind doing those things if you had somebody in your corner. Absolutely. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna play this clip again while I let people come in. You feel me? I don't know if anybody wants to come in on this subject, but there you go. I'm gonna play it a little bit longer.
About slavery or the Holocaust.
Oh, Mabel.
All I know is I always loved making my Clarence a plate.
What's that, Grandma?
Well, when we came up, it was different from the way it is now. When a black man went out into the world, they treated him like he wasn't a man. So the least I could do when Clarence came home was make him a plate. Make him feel like he was somebody. Let him know that somebody loved him, even though the world didn't.
I never looked at it that way.
Thank you for sharing that. I think that's a really good reason to make a plate for someone you love.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and play it one more time. Then I'm gonna get up out of here since nobody wants to come on.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recordings are now available on StreamYard. Have you ever done a recording where your guest just had terrible internet issues? They were
I don't care about slavery or the Holocaust.
Oh, Mabel.
All I know is I always loved making my Clarence a plate.
What's that, Grandma?
Well, when we came up, it was different from the way it is now. When a black man went out into the world, they treated him like he wasn't a man. So the least I could do when Clarence came home was make him a plate. Make him feel like he was somebody. Let him know that somebody loved him, even though the world didn't.
I never looked at it that way.
Thank you for sharing that. I think that's a really good reason to make a plate for someone you love.
Okay, guys, I wonder why. I bet you are wondering why do I keep playing that
recordings just got better.
over and over?
Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard.
That's
I'm so
because
excited to announce that local
what she
recordings
said-
are now available on
What she said about
Have you
being a black man is very true. As a black man, the world does go around trying to make us feel like we aren't humans, that we aren't men, that we aren't worth the love that we should receive from the sacrifice of the things we do for the people that we actually do love. You get what I'm saying? Black men, I'm talking about the good black men, make a lot of sacrifices, give a lot of love, and are willing to support every one of those people that are in our circle that we love and protect. But I ask the circle of people who receive that love, that support, that structure that we bring, I ask them with all humbleness to show your love, Show your appreciation for that black man in your life that's doing what he's supposed to do. My girl tells me all the time how much she loves me and appreciates me. She don't know how much that means to me. I'm not a man to show emotion, because that's another thing about us as black men. We're taught not to show emotion. But at the end of the day, that's a good and a bad thing. It's a blessing and a curse. Let me explain the blessing. The blessing side is when not having emotions means you could think clearer in the decision that you make, because you said, even if I feel this way, the greater good is for the good of my family, good of my friends, and the good of myself. And if you believe spiritually like I do, to God. You get what I'm saying? You need to be that way even unto God himself. You get what I'm saying? The curse part is when you don't feel emotions, it's hard for you to reason with others. Like if my girl or anybody's watching that probably said that I was probably even emotionless or wasn't thinking, or don't express my emotions. Not just my girl, but my family members said this and some of my friends. You have to understand, as a black man, we can't show any signs of weakness. It's part of the principle of manhood I told you about, with perseverance. With perseverance, you move through things that are difficult life difficulties. And sometimes that means doing it even in moments we don't. And even if we don't get encouragement, men are supposed to do what we got to do. I'm just saying it's easier to do what we got to do when we have people that support and love us and want to be with us while we do what we do. I don't know if anybody wants to come on. Let me see if anybody's on Instagram. Maybe not. But this right here, as a matter of fact, if people need an example of what I mean about black men, I've been doing this show for about a year now, year and some change. And I've received a lot of support. I have been ignored by the people that I thought would support me the most. But I can't blame them. We all have our own lives. My point being is, this show means the world to me because it's a chance for me to talk to my own people, and people don't come up as much, whether you like my show, whether you like me, whether or not, people pay attention to the popularity contest on social network is basically what it is. But I built this platform so that black people can have a place to speak and speak freely. Put my name on the line for about a year to do this. And it seems like a lot of people don't even appreciate me and what I'm building, or think it's not professional, or it ain't this, or that's just Josh from the block. I don't need to. How you think that makes me feel as somebody who wants to do something for my people, but people can't even come up and support? Now, I'm not whining and complaining about not getting as much support as I want, because there's a lot of people who do support, and shout out to those people that do. But I think that it is it's hard being a black man when nobody truly cares about you. People say they love you because it's the right thing to say. People say they appreciate you because it's the right thing to do. People say they're with you because it's the right thing to say. But most people don't care or love black men. They don't. I ask people to do one simple thing. Yes, there's a Cash App in the bottom of where you see my head is. But I ask people just to come on and show your love for a brother that's trying to do something that can benefit all his people. But I'm shunned. I'm shut out. I don't get the support I want. I'm going to keep doing the show because I feel like maybe I'm touching and reaching somebody. But trust and believe, when it comes to being a man, it's no picnic. Matter of fact, it's starvation, because you starve for the love. You starve for success. You starve for a relationship. You starve for the things I've seen people get just by existing. We don't get because we exist, even if we're the ones that provide, protect, passionately love, support, and substantiate what that is to be loved. Okay, guys, I'm not going to be here all day. This is JB 9 Deuce representing JB Speakeasy. Black platform, Black Men Speak Freely. I'm your host, JB 9 Deuce. JB9 Deuce. Take care, y'all.